Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about our spanning tree port states. So STP states. There are a few states that we need to know. We need to know about our blocking state. We need to know about our listening state, our learning state, our forwarding, and last is our disable. Now the disable is kind of weird. A lot of people view this as not a state, but it's always popping up, so I wanted to put that out there. So let's talk about our blocking state first. A blocking port, or the blocking state, is the switch port will go into a blocking state at the time of an election process when a switch receives a BPDU on a port that indicates a better path to the root switch. Meaning, here is going to be our designated port. This will be our root port. This will be our root port. Designated port. Here, let's assume that we are doing the lowest interface. So this will become a root port. This will become a non-designated port. The link will go into what's called a blocking state, meaning no traffic will go out it. The non-designated ports are in a blocking state, meaning it will not actually actively do anything, it will just block. While a listening state, after a blocking state, a root port or a designated port will move to a listening state. All other ports will remain in a blocking state. During the listening state, the port discards frames received from the attached network segments, and it also discards frames switched from other ports for forwarding, meaning it will not forward any traffic. It will start building a local table of the network, but that is it. The third, or learning state. A port changes to a learning state after the listening state. During the listening state, after it has occurred, it will transition to a learning state. That learning state, the port is listening for the processing BPDUs. In this state, the port begins to process user frames and starts updating MAC address tables. But user frames are not forwarded to the destination. After about 15 seconds, the switch port should move from a learning state to a forwarding state. So, MAC address updates happen at the learning. Forwarding is the only state that forwards frames. If it's not in a forwarding state, it will not forward anything. These are our four basic states, and there's also the disabled state, which again is not really a state, but it's just a disabled. It won't participate in frame forwarding. It will not participate in anything. It should be completely turned off. So in a nutshell, these are the different STP states. Thank you.